President Obama just took a giant step in the right direction on the issue of criminal justice. Ryan Riley reports here. Obama on Wednesday commuted the sentences of 214 federal prisoners who were incarcerated on drug charges. The White House said the announcement meant Obama had commuted 562 sentences, more than the past 9 presidents combined. Of that group, 67 had been given life sentences. The White House said the 214 number was the highest number of commutations announced in a single day since at least the year 1900. And then they continue here and say, former Attorney General Eric Holder has said he expected as many as 10,000 prisoners to be granted clemency. Wow. Wow. So, you guys know I'm tough on Obama when I think he deserves it. We did this segment yesterday where he's doubling down on TPP. That's disastrous for all the reasons I laid out. And you should check out that segment if you haven't seen it. Whenever he makes bad decisions, I'm going to continue to go after him. When he makes good decisions, you got to give him credit. I loved the Cuba deal. That was fantastic. I love the Iran nuclear deal. That was fantastic. I love the immigration executive order. That was great. That was blocked by a court, which is ridiculous because he's just copying Reagan's executive order on immigration. But I love that move. There are many things he's done in the second term, but yes, even some things in the first term where you got to give credit where credit is due. It's a nuanced picture. He's got many upsides. He's got many downsides. This is one that's a fantastic upside. So 562 people, I believe the number was? Yes, 562 people. He's commuted sentences. These are non-violent drug offenders. And I hope, all I could say is I hope Eric Holder is right when Eric Holder says, I think he actually plans on releasing as many as 10,000 prisoners. Dude, keep going. Keep going. This is 100% correct. And you know what this shows me? At least on some level, he's not an utter brazen hypocrite. Like Bill Clinton, for example, was a brazen hypocrite. Bill Clinton, obviously he had done drugs. Obviously he had smoked weed. He may have even done cocaine. Who knows? But here's a guy who did it himself, and then the drug wars happened under him and unfolded under him, and they exacerbate it, and he doesn't give a fuck. Well, jackass, if you were caught when you were younger, I mean, how would you like your life to be ruined over the fact that you smoked a joint? You wouldn't, right? But now you don't care about doing that to people across the country. Well, President Obama, he was part of the Choom Gang, remember that? Or he's open about the fact he smoked weed. And, you know, everybody thought, and I certainly did too in the first term, what a fucking hypocrite, because you actually had drug raids that were increasing. You had more of a crackdown. So everybody's like, what the fuck? We wanted the liberal guy, and looks like they're going in a more conservative direction. Well, they jammed on the brakes, slammed on the brakes. Jam sounds weird. And now they're going in the opposite direction. Now they're like, shit, let's try to release like 10,000 of these people. Dude, go further. I would release every single non-violent drug offender today. Yeah, you heard me say it. And you want to know why? It's not because people would paint that, oh my God, radical, you're so radical. No, you're radical if you don't do it. Because you're just brainwashed by the current society to think that this is a legitimate course of action in the first place, when it's not. So, for example, if I knocked down your door and arrested your brother, let's say, because your brother was drinking a Monster Energy and I gave him a few years in jail, how would you feel about it? You say that's the craziest thing you've ever fucking seen, right? You say that's stupid. Like, you're a stupid person if you're in favor of that system. You're a barbarian. You're a savage. This is immoral. This is wrong. It's wrong. What are you doing? Why is it any different for fucking cocaine? Now, I get it. Cocaine is much stronger than Monster Energy. But they're both drugs that alter your consciousness. Red Bull's a drug that alters your consciousness. Caffeine's a drug that alters your consciousness. You go to the doctor, get some Xanax, get some Percocet. That alters your consciousness. Alcohol is perfectly legal. There are many social ills tied to that, but now we understand, hey, bitch, freedom. What's up? What are you going to do? You're going to punish 80 to 90% of people who drink alcohol moderately and they have no problems because 10 to 20% of people may have some issues? No, you give the people with the issues help, treat it like a medical problem, and everybody else can do what the fuck they want. All of a sudden that mindset changes when it's cocaine. All of a sudden that mindset changes when it's marijuana. Why? well, those are legal, those are illegal. But why? Why should it be? That's not an argument. Oh, that's how it is. That's not an argument. You're just restating what is, not why it should be that way. So you got to let people do what they're going to do. And if they do self-harm, they do self-harm. There's a million ways to do self-harm. I could go eat McDonald's every meal of every day until I die of a heart attack at age 42. Totally legal. But somehow now we're going to judge people who decide I'm going to shoot up heroin and die when they're 42. And by the way, look, you can make a moral judgment on that and say, look, I want to help you. I want to try to help you. And that's a fair thing to do, of course. But when you say, no, now you're a criminal and I'm going to lock you up for choosing to do that, well, no, now you're the asshole. Now you're the bigger asshole. So we should keep that in perspective. Credit to Obama for continuing to release all of the nonviolent drug offenders. Go all the way, man. Release all of the nonviolent drug offenders. Here's the thing. They're not really criminals. They're not. They're not. It takes a specific kind of person to want to steal somebody's shit. It takes a specific kind of person to want to do physical harm to somebody. Those people are not in the same category as the people who want to get high. I'd argue most people at one point or another want to get high. You want to get a little drunk on Friday night. You want to get a little high. You want to get a little upper in you. You want to get a little downer in you. You know, whatever. Some people are into psychedelics. I'm not. I'm scared to death of taking those things. But some people are into them. By all means, I'm not judging you. Some people want to do that. So, but that's not a criminal. That's called a person. That's a normal person. So when we conflate these things, somebody who does a substance with somebody who beats up a grandma and steals her purse, we're being so intellectually sloppy that it's comical. So thank you, Obama, for releasing these people, and continue to do it. And the more you do it, the more I'm going to come out here and defend you. And the more other people are going to defend you too. Because it's the right thing. I don't give a fuck about those dumbass knuckle-dragging Republicans who are going to say, Obama released the criminals. Them criminals, bad people. Oh, look at what he's doing. Releasing all the criminals. Shut the fuck up. Fucking peanut gallery over here. Go play with your own feces in the corner. You're not at the table with the adults here. So I don't give a fuck about them. Obama, they're going to attack you anyway. No matter what you do, they're going to attack you. So since they're going to attack you no matter what, just do the right thing. Free them all.